This message is from Sedefoad. Sedefoad is Social and Economic Development Foundation of Osun Anglican Diocese. Sedefoad is the NGO of the diocese. Part of the mandate of the NGO is educate voters in terms of elections in our country, Nigeria. Our Father in God, the Lord Bishop of Osun Anglican Diocese, the Right Reverend Dr. Folusho Olugbenga Babatuji, has given Sedefoad the instruction to go all out to sensitize our people to collect their PVCs, which is the most important instrument which we have to vote at the general election coming up in Nigeria in February and March this year 2023. Now, the information from INEC is that many people, close to 8 million people, have not collected their PVCs across the country, and this is quite unfortunate. Now, we have to remedy this before the elections begin in February by God's grace. And so Sedefoad is calling on all people across the country that we should, as many of us as have not collected our PVCs, we should go now and collect. INEC has done well. From the 6th of this month, January, to 15th of the month, this January, the PVCs that have not been collected are be taken to wards across the country. So those who have not collected their PVCs should please go now. Every day, Saturdays and Sundays inclusive, go to your ward and you will be able to collect your PVC. This is what you have to use. Without it, you cannot vote. And we want to appeal very strongly to our people not to sell their PVCs. Some politicians are moving around collecting PVCs from people or collecting their numbers. This is unfortunate. And as Nigerians who wish our nation well, our Father in God, the Lord Bishop of Osun Anglican Diocese, through this NGO of Osun Anglican Diocese, Sedefoad, is telling us that we should not sell our PVCs, because doing so, one, we negate the law, and two, we not put our nation on good stand, because when we miss it in the coming elections, it's going to be very terrible. It is our prayer, and we believe very firmly that however faithful God will favor us, and the way the Lord God Almighty will favor us is what that NEC is doing, which is very correct. That people who have not collected their PVCs have the opportunity of doing so they can go to the polls in February and March to cast their vote, even as we elect a new president for our nation, new senators, new members of the House of Representatives, new governors across the country, and our legislators in our state houses of assembly. I do believe that we will be acting to this call, and those of us who have not collected our PVC will go and do so.